Come on, camera. Switch for me. Huh. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome in. Uh, Camera's being, oh, well. What's up, Butto? Nick Bailey, indoor. Emma Rose, welcome in, everybody. I'm guessing everybody has good visuals and sound. I'm not getting video on my phone, but I am getting it over there, so it works out fine. I only look at it on my computer anyway. What's up, Sean? Let me get my other streams is up. In case anybody feels froggy and pops in over there, and I'll completely ignore them because I forget that I have it up. As per usual. Well, maybe I'll get it up. I don't know. I heard it. It's just not showing off the screen up there. Lindsay. But as long as y'all can see in here, I don't need to see on the phone. What's up, Timmy? Back to the old name. My guess is because of your PSC having your name up there. Comics collection, how are ya? Look at Chopper's explosion hole being awake. We'll probably have Lindsay Grayling in here for another 20 minutes before she passes out. Would be my guess. So, we'll get right into it. As usual, if this is your first Golden Hive Gallery show with us, we will be running all the cards you see here and the 2 5x7s back there in the order that they sit in the auction tab. So the Leias are kind of just shoved in somewhere in between. It's usually alphabetical order. 95 to 100% of the sale for anything listed as a GHG is a Golden Hive Gallery, and that money will go directly to the contributing artist. This is one of the only absolutely true 100% artist appreciation show you're going to find. So let's do a quick run through of what we have tonight. We got some fantastic frontmen by Mr. Nick Bailey. Timmy Time, Tim Agar. Look at that bad boy. We got TKM decks up here. We got 3 different Pokemon and 2 Star Wars from him. We got some new Jeff Ward. Some blank backs. There's them Pokemans again. That's one of his TKM's Star Wars, Darth Jar Jar. More Jeff Ward. We got a lot of new Darth Mauls in here for y'all tonight. A lot of them. TKM, Jeff Ward, Nick Bailey again. Some more Nick Baileys on the frontmen, the musicians. I definitely had to have him tell me who some of these musicians were. I'm just not old enough for you guys. I'm always sad about the malls. Some more Timmys. Lord have mercy. Jeff Ward sending in some more Golden Hive Gallery premiums. Lord of the Rings fans, where y'all at? Look at little Gizmo. So all of these are listed in the auction tab. And like I said, they are going to be running in this exact order. The 2 5x7s will be shoved in there. And if you check out the buy it now, We have over 400 different sketches from over 50 different artists, if I'm not mistaken, all purchasable right now. Oh, Manson action. There's a few Aussies in here. And Lindsay Grayling. This was our Lindsay Grayling masterclass with Padme. We got Lindsay Grayling's niece, Amari. More Padme. Did we have enough Padme? God, no. Do we now? Probably still not enough Padme, but you could always use more Padme. That's how I do it, K. Smith. Qui-Gon. This is also our other masterclass we did with Lindsay Grayling. Little Qui-Gon Jinn on a Bees Honeypot AP. We got Mortal Kombat in the house, too. Scorpion was always my absolute favorite. Romance. Nick Bailey went full on DC for us. And Willie Nelson. Those things are insanely freaking good. So those are our standard size. And coming into our 5x7s by the great Timmy Time Agar. Look at that. Good Lord. And then that's insane. So both of those are also on the docket for running tonight. And we will get to our auctions. We'll be starting out with some Alice Cooper by Mr. Nick Bailey. Of course, we run the auctions pretty quickly, just because it helps us get through them. I almost dropped something there. All right, I think I got it set up. Solid. So our first one, Alice Cooper. Look at that. It's so good. We got Aunt Beru by Mr. Tim Agar. You could count her lines like tree rings to see how old she is in this picture. So many details in there. Next up, we got Blastoise. Fantastic line work. Boba Fett by Mr. Jeff Ward. I had a feeling it was going to be ninjas taking down the Boba Fett. I am not overly surprised by that. Congratulations on your new purchase, ninjas. All right, and we are up to our first Tim Agar 5x7. The black and white Leia. That is a lot of art right there. And of course, we have it in a plastic sleeve. I 100% agree, Sketch Universe. Welcome in, buddy. We got Charizard next. Still the best starter. There's no question about it. What's up, Geo? All right, we got Darth Jar Jar. eh, I beat up on Squirtle so many times during the first few games. First Darth Maul coming in. Yeah, that was definitely the truth. They all kind of sucked. I was actually playing Pokemon Z to A today. Comics collection taking it down. Congratulations, buddy. Get your name up there. Next Darth Maul. Whoop whoop. Now we usually run the auctions anywhere between 10 and 15 seconds, somewhere in that area. There's some Josh Bailey in the chat. Josh is planning on running his first stream tonight. Comics collection taking it down. Congratulations, buddy. Did you get it set up and figured out, Josh? what was that? What was that animal? All right, we got another fantastic Nick Bailey coming in. Look at the mole skull. That thing is sick. I had a feeling this one would get some love. That thing is absolutely fantastic. Comics collection taking it down. Congratulations, buddy. Just tossing top loaders around now. All right, we're coming in with that line worked Vader by TKM Dex. Look at that bad boy. He's just rethinking that whole decision of offing Padme in this. Keats Kate taking it down. Congratulations and thank you for that first purchase, Keats Kate. I think I'm saying that right. Kind of seems like it's a play on cheapskate. That's what was going through my head when I was first trying to pronounce that name. Yeah, this is the Jeff Ward Vader coming in. Keatskate. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Same thing. So I came up here earlier today and I turned on my heater and then I left that heater running and it is freaking hot up here. I am dying. All right, we got the Nick Bailey Vader coming in. Where'd you go, Red Bull? Gotta cool me down. The lonely butthole gonna take it down. What's up, S Dubs? There's some TKM right there. That's TKM, the creator of the Vader that just sold all that black and white line work. That's the artist. Butthole, congratulations. David Bowie by Nick Bailey. Anybody? I know a bunch of old folks just went wild looking at this picture. She's probably napping. We got David Grohl from the Foo Fighters. Little, where's that? We gotta find the right button. Gotta get the right button. Not quite that aged. Got a good amount of little pointillism in here on this one. David Kiefer Sutherland. That is a lot of forehead, ain't it? All right, next up we got some Deadpool. The Merc with a mouth. Yeah, we're back to regular old Timmy. Regular old Timmy. All right, we got director Krennic up next by, speaking of, Timmy Time himself. Insane. I am saying. Fennec Shand. Premium Golden Hive Gallery stock by Mr. Jeff Ward. She looks absolutely fed up. Full on fed up. All right, Lord of the Rings / The Hobbit, I guess. Gandalf. Oh, focus. There you go. There's Madre. What up, Tottenham? Crazy. All right, we got Gizmo by Jeff Ward coming in next. Little Gizmo. Return of the King Gandalf. He looks happy. That's a happy little Gizmo right there. All right, we got Greedo by Jeff Ward. Half off chocolate. That is the most exciting thing about Valentine's Day. That's a damn good Greedo. Them eyes are shining. All right, we got little Grogu by Timmy. That's crazy. In freaking sane. Jim Morrison up next by Nick Bailey. I told y'all the old people were going to go crazy. Where are the Johnny Depp fans at? Sweeney Todd. Johnny Depp is freaking awesome. All right, I believe this is our first Joker sketch for the night. My neck popped. Comics Collection gonna take it down. I almost started watching that newest Joaquin Phoenix Joker that they had come up with, but I didn't. Watch some other stuff. All right, we got John Bon Jovi up next. Some more pointillism action. Mama Bees found it. Ron John Bovey right there, guys. The first one, I totally agree with that, Butto. The second one, I don't know if I'll ever rewatch it a second time. I've seen it once already. The first one I've watched 3 or 4 times. It was definitely super freaking good. Mimi is in here. All right, next up, the beautiful Jen Urso. She said, "Hey, what up, Mr. Funbeard?" And she's gone. She didn't stick around long today. Look at those freaking eyes. So good. It wasn't. Signs 2 would be pretty freaking awesome. All right, we got a Kurt Cobain coming in by Nick Bailey. Oh, there we go. This one did not want to get that glare. Mama B's taking down the Cobain also. Lando Calrissian by Timmy Time. God, that thing's good. All right, we got Lego Vader up next. He's just hunting through those halls. This thing's so good you can pretty much see his next step he's gonna take also. If I could get it to focus properly, we would be able to at least. Whit B gonna take it down. Yeah, it is freaking crazy. Congratulations, Whit B. Fantastic pickup. Yep, Vader has sold TKM. Look at that. This one was absolutely insane to me. This was one of those sketches when I first saw it. Like, I had to exclaim, God. I think this is my favorite one that Timmy sent in. I mean, good Lord. That thing is wild. Let me get back in the sleeve. I want my crusty fingers all over it. Chipotle chips. I missed some conversation in there. More music peeps. Ronsky taking it down. What up, Sitherson? That's one of those almost good enough reason to just start PC and Mando as it is. All right, we got some Marilyn Manson up next. Back to the Nick Bailey. I'm so happy none of y'all bought that. Hold on a second. Ha! This is officially my wife's Valentine's present. I just bought it myself and deleted it out of the store. Nailed it. All right, we got Matilda. We got a little Natalie Portman. This is Leon the Professional. I think you should try the Darth Maul with Craig Deeks next, Mr. Funbeard. And a Man. All right, we got our first Ozzy Osbourne coming up with that full on. Was that a 60s vibe, 70s vibe? I wasn't alive back then, so I'm not sure. It's one of those. Retro. That's a good word for it. Thank you, S Dubs. Very retro vibe. Madre taking it down also. I'm gonna tell y'all. So I spent 30 minutes looking for this sketch earlier because it was stuck to the back of this one, and I could not. I was like, "Where the heck is it?" I went through the stack of sketches like 50 times, going, "I know I had it." I took a picture of it and put it in the stack, put it in order, and then couldn't find it. I kept looking in the stack though because I knew it was stuck to the back of one, but oh my, it was stuck perfect. Like there was no outer like line of the one behind it. Couldn't believe it. Madre taking it down too. Well, Nick Bailey actually sent in a couple different card thicknesses this go around. All right, this is our last Ozzy sketch that we have for tonight, if I'm not mistaken. No excuses. No Moss, Ozzy Osbourne. Madre took them all. All right, next up we have another Lindsay Grayling masterclass, and obviously this one looks so much freaking better than mine did. So you can see just how good she is. I did that one. That was Lindsay's. In freaking sane. Insane. I missed a couple steps and I kept getting distracted. And this is the one Lindsay Grayling left me alone for like 10 minutes. And things got out of hand. Emma Rose taking it down. Congratulations, Emma. Yeah, that was the show that all the artists found out that you cannot leave me alone during a master class. Just not allowed to. All right, we got our first Amari. This is Lindsay Grayling's niece. And that is Amari's signature right there. All right, we got another Padme coming in. Nick Bailey coming in spicy. Toys coming in to take it down. Where did my Red Bull go? Thank God it's starting to cool down. Congratulations on your new sketch toys. Get her in a top loader. All right, we got another beautiful Padme coming in. With the jewelry fully avoided here. Look at that. Good Lord. Just look at her. All right, we got Padme by Amari coming in. I was talking to somebody about these, I think in a message the other day, or it might have been on Discord, and they're like, "Oh, that looks a lot like Lindsay Grayling's style." And I said, "Well, that would be because that is Lindsay Grayling's niece, and she has been getting trained by Lindsay Grayling." All right. Oh nope. We're on to the color Leia 5x7. Look at that. Whew. That's insane. Absolutely insane. It's gorgeous. All right, we got Qui-Gon Jinn coming in. Another Jeff Ward GHG sketch. This thing has some pretty insane details to be as small as it is. Look at that lightsaber held up there. That's freaking cool. Toys taking it down. All right. The secondary masterclass with Lindsay Grayling. Once again, you can truly see just how amazing Lindsay is by just looking at my attempt during the show, which came out pretty good, but I definitely screwed up on his nose quite a bit. Didn't really put the nose bridge in there. And this is on the Bees Honeypot AP for Lindsay. A 20-year gap. 20-year gap and a heavy beating by a lot of Sith to get his nose shaped the way it was shaped. All right, next up we got Sabine Wren coming in from Timmy Time. Looks like Quig's TCG's taking it. Fulcrum 1. She is gorgeous. Fulcrum taking it. Congratulations. And I can promise you it looks 100 times better in person. Next up, Mortal Freaking Kombat. I've watched all of the Mayors of Kingstown. How far are you in it, Ma? It is awesome. Oh no, that Red Bull's empty. Good thing I brought a backup. All right, we got the Scout Trooper by Timmy Time coming in next. All right, we got the Shin Piece by Little Amari. I love the colors she put in on this one. Absolutely gorgeous. Inspiring. Yeah, I love that whole pink and blue. I'm guessing that has something to do with the color wheel, the way that she put that out, or was she just going crazy? and I'm totally ripping this off. Traversion taking it down. It is very rip-offable. Rippable off? Yeah, something like that. Words work. Traversion also picked up The Beautiful Ula by Lindsay Grayling. All right, we got the Side Profile Scorpion by Nick Bailey. Look at this bad boy. I mean, tell me that isn't just wild. Are they going to be coming out with another Mortal Kombat? I personally like that last live action movie they came out with. I thought it was pretty sweet. All right, we got Spock, Live Long and Prosper. Star Trek. Uh-oh. All the Star Wars fans' head just exploded. Madre gonna take it down. Oh my. She's going in today. Did you get a bonus at work or another raise? All right, we got the Heath Ledger Joker. Let's scroll down to it. Absolutely. This was Heath Ledger was my favorite Joker. Look at that. Fantastic. 606 taking it. Jack Nicholson is he's definitely up there. I think he's probably my second favorite. Mostly though, it's because I just like Jack Nicholson a whole lot. Next up, it's another Joker by Mr. Nick Bailey. All the Aussies were necessary. Hamill was definitely an absolutely great Joker. Just wasn't my favorite. I've always gonna be the Heath Ledger fan. Song might be a little too heavy for the stream. Yeah, hands down all the time. I started liking Heath Ledger when he played in A Knight's Tale. Absolutely loved that movie. All right, we got Uncle Owen Lars by Timmy Time. Yeah, A Knight's Tale was that was just an awesome, awesome movie back in the day. Thoroughly loved it. I watched it so many times. All right, we got Venusaur. And last but not least, and probably the highest, Willie freaking Nelson. Look at that. That is a beautiful, beautiful sketch. Yes, Mountain Meg. All right, we do have a pre-bid on Alice Cooper. Whoops. Click the button. The Koopa. We got Mr. Josh Bailey taking down Mr. Alice. Nailed it. Not sure if Josh is even in here right now. He might be on his own stream at the moment. I can't. Oh, there he is. Did you get your stream set up and ready, Josh? All right. Let's set up a little show and tell. Got the card I wanted. That's what was important here. All right, so we did some setting up. And this is going to be our plan here. Not 100%. We're going to have some coverage in there, but don't worry about that. Ooh, look at that. That's fancy right there. We got the frames. That is going to be our honey pot sketch setup right there. And it's going to come with the backing. So you can insert that right in there inside those little tongs, and it acts just like a photo frame, of course. 5x7. Yeah, so it'll most likely come just like this with a little cover over there. Something fancy I haven't designed 100% yet. Well, the good thing is when the next bee's honey pot releases, it'll be full of 5x7s. Definitely need a Nick Bailey masterclass set up. So we also did have our first and only artist turned down for the Golden Hive Gallery so far, because, and it's just like I told him, I run my entire stream fully off of trust between the artist, myself, and the buyers. And this guy did not give off the correct vibes. And he lied too many times. Art was absolutely insane, which I have it because he shipped it to me. Either way, I'll be shipping it out on Monday to somebody else. But yeah, the dude lied to me way too many times, and he doesn't share any of his own artwork. As soon as he told me that he didn't want me to share his name and to keep him exclusive, I cut it and said, nope, I won't be selling for you. And I'm pretty sure the artwork is real. Um, I shared it with Tim and Craig Deeks and some of the process images that he had sent me. And I do think that this is real artwork. I just can't figure out what the guy is doing shady. So told him once he could start answering the questions, he could contact me again. But until then, he is not allowed to sell. He's definitely utilizing AI to generate his images. As you can tell, 100%. I mean, if you're if you're doing that, oh, he's definitely doing something shady. I just can't figure out what it is. Yeah, they're insanely good pieces, but there's something off about it. So I asked him what his reasoning was. All he shares on his Instagram is Dragon Ball Z work. That's all he'll post. His YouTube has like 470,000 viewers. Like that's how many subscribers he has. But he won't post any of this type of artwork. So there's something off about it. And he was going to give me the 5%. I don't think they're printed. He was going to give me the 5%. We were looking at starting each of these at like $85, but I didn't trust him. So I told him I wasn't going to do it. Oh, yeah, 100%. So this guy sells his artwork to other streamers for under $40 each. So supposedly, no, he works on 0 sets. So supposedly, he sells these for $40 to streamers, and the streamers resell these and tell everybody that they're only making $7 per card. That's it, Ash. That was it. There's a scam somewhere, toys, and I couldn't figure it out. Like I said, he blatantly lied to me numerous times, and I called him out on it, and he would just change the story. So I told him, no, sir. Yeah, so it sucks too, because like I said, I do think that these are hand rendered for the most part. Now, I mean, but I don't know. I can't figure out what he's doing wrong, and he won't tell me what he's doing wrong. So he's just You're kicked out of the hive. So he lied to me about his reasoning for not posting it. Um, oh, yeah, I'll shoot you a message. I would show it to you right now on stream, but like I said, he doesn't want anybody to know his name. He told me to keep him exclusive. So a couple of the lies, he told me to keep them exclusive at the very end. After I told him exactly how the stream works and everything, he agreed. I said, I try to get you as many commissions as possible. His Instagram even says open for commissions. And then after I started asking him more and more questions, then he told me he didn't want anybody to know who he was and he wasn't open for commissions. He would only he didn't want anybody contacting him about commissions. I tried to get a video of him creating one. So he does a lot of videos, like I said, of his Dragon Ball Z work. He would not send me a video of him creating one of these. Um, just would not do it. He also lied about the reason he won't post any of this type of artwork up there. He wants to grow his Instagram and he wants to grow his YouTube more, but he refuses, absolutely refuses to post something like this on his stream or on his page. You can't tell me you want to grow and make it as an artist, do this type of work and then refuse to share it. There's something wrong there. That's kind of what worried me there. That is kind of what worried me. So we went through and I took very close up pictures of magnified pictures of this Harry Potter. And I think there's a chance that there are hand finished, but yeah, that's it, Greek. If I could do that type of work, you would see my name everywhere. I would buy a billboard just to say I did this. Jeweler's loot, maybe, yeah. I don't know. Like I said, so I took some pretty heavily magnified pictures of them with my phone, which is an okay phone. I sent it over to Craig Deeks and Tim Agar, and everybody talking to both of them said, yeah, those they look real. They don't look like prints. So I don't know. I don't know. I'd love it if they were real and that he could make a shit ton of money, but him lying about all the stuff he did lie about, it's like Ash said, I got to trust my gut on it. Gots to. That's exactly the thought process I had on it, Toys. That was my exact thought process on it when I saw him at first, too. And that's the exact reason I started asking more questions, too. Like, why haven't you posted any of this? He told me originally they were all going to be a part of a comic book he was doing. And then he was telling me he had thousands of cards he had did, and I said, well, it doesn't make sense because you're not doing an art book with thousands. Like they're not all gonna fit. So why not share the ones you're not putting in the book? Then he told me he was there was an issue with a previous streamer, which I did hear about that through another person that purchases quite often from me. He was saying that this artist had made an agreement with one of the streamers. The streamer's totally ripping him off, but I guess he changed his mind on how much he wanted to ask for his artwork. I don't know. Anyway, he was talking about he didn't want to tell who the streamer was, but because they didn't have any ill will towards each other, but he was also taking legal action against them. So that made a whole lot of sense. Exactly, Tim. Oh, I totally can. Does that help? That one's just black and white and only like half the price. You're welcome. I'm very helpful, I know. Yeah, that's one of those things. It's one of those things where if things seem too good to be true, usually it's not true. So, yeah, just keep your eye out for stuff like that and trust your gut. I guess that's the way to do it. So one of the things that I always, when an artist contacts me about the Golden Hive Gallery, I have a copied and pasted message that I send to all of them, and that's one of the things that's in there. I'm like, I totally get it. This sounds way too good to be true. You just send me your artwork and I sell it for you, and you get your money for it. So I always have to tell them like, here's some references. You can contact these other artists that I work with all the time, and you can ask them about it. It is a very long story, but there was a lot that went into it, a whole lot. But basically, some guys got together, got a whole bunch of artwork, Star Wars artwork done. We don't know if it was actually hand drawn or if it was printed. I don't think anybody's ever actually specifically been able to say that they were printed cards, but they were saying that they had licenses for Star Wars, that and they didn't. They were printing, they were getting these cards done and basically selling them to people as if they were official Star Wars product when they're not. Has Timmy Time ever done any Lord of the Rings? Like it is? Lord of the Ringish. We also have where is it at? Let me find the right stack over here. I got a massive amount of cards in the shop, and I don't have any of them organized like a normal human being would. So go into the shop and do some searching. I have been trying to set some stuff up where it's a little bit easier to search, and I'm gonna get a board, as my wife has told me to do. That with some, basic search functions, you can go into the shop to find stuff. So if you search Jedi, you'll be able to find some Jedi, light side, dark side, Sith, of course. It's just a whole bunch of different things. Oh yeah, here we go. I knew we had another Lord of the Rings. That's another Timmy right there. There's also a Shin in the shop by Tim. You can always search the artist name. That's always a really good plan. You could just search Tim or Lindsay. We got, I think it's like over 60 artists a part of the Golden Hive Gallery right now. So yeah, the Gandalf is ridiculously good, of course. I don't know if it's fake MSD. It is freakishly good. I don't know if it's fake though, but I denied him entrance into the Golden Hive Gallery because he lied to me when I asked him questions about it. So I don't know. I would really like to be able to say it's all absolutely real. There's no issues there, but if I didn't feel comfortable um, without knowing all the answers and not having 100% trust, I can't bring myself to try to sell it on my stream. And I mean, that's exactly what I told the artist. Also, I said, look, when you supposedly get all these issues you have, what's up, Ronsky? When you supposedly all these issues that you have, when you get it figured out and you can be 100%, open and trusting and trusted, I guess, both ways. I said, contact me again when you start posting it on your own page. Well, I'll start selling your work if you can give me a video of you doing one. Until then, I can't bring myself to sell it on my stream. I'm still happy I got this Marilyn Manson from my wife. I've been staring at this thing for a couple days ever since it came in the mail. I said, "Oh, I've got to get this one." So I sure hope nobody buys it. The bestest still hasn't cooled down in here very much. It is spicy. Oh yeah, it didn't sell that first time, so it's officially sold now. The window's way over there though. I don't feel like walking around two tables. I'll just sit here and be hot. I'm used to being hot. Have you seen me? Oh no, I'm chunky, so I'm always hot. Y'all thought I was saying I was pretty. Wrong. I got extra layers. Will do, Sir Tottingham. Gandalf coming at you. It is Beautimus. Sir Tottingham. Congratulations, bud. Yeah, that'll be up to Tim Agar. I don't have the ability to accept offers on any of his work. Yeah, so it 100% comes down to Tim. And honestly, my guess is going to be that we're going to be setting up a Timmy Time pool box with all of his unsold work um, at some future date, whenever that's going to be, with a couple more standard size Star Wars cards. I think there's some Leia's and Padme's. Because you're speaking real English. That's your problem, Timmy. That's why you make typos. There's been something going on with Gizmo. Got you, buddy. There's been something going on with autocorrect recently. And I feel like it's universal. Like everybody's having issues with autocorrect. I I'm usually a really good speller if I put effort in, but I've gotten lazy, so I quit trying to do any kind of non-laziness. I just expect autocorrect to work all day long. Oh, well, maybe you got short fingers and can't reach. I don't know, Tim. I, if I'm not mistaken, there should be another Gandalf in the shop right now too. Where did I put your bag at, Ronsky? There it is, with the sexy Mando. Gizmo and Mando and Grogu all together. That's a cool pack. Let's see. I know I have a Giovanni Sima Gandalf. Oh, Giovanni Sima's porg just went down. Oh yeah, there's quite a bit of different Lord of the Rings in the shop, and all at different prices. There's the Tim Agar Frodo Baggins we were talking about earlier. We got a Bilbo Baggins. This one's an 8x10 sketch by Jeff Ward for 80. You got the painting. This is a 7x5 painting. It's on like a canvas board of Gandalf. Of course, the 9x6 Gandalf sketch. This is the Giovanni Sima Gandalf. And we have one orc left over. And I think that covers all of our Lord of the Rings. Gizmo and Grogu together. The Leias are ridiculous. Here you go. Here's the black and white to stare at you. And then gotta grab that porg. I gotta figure out which stack the porg is in. Truong. Giovanni Sima. Muhammad Jalani or Truong. There's another super awesome Mando Grogu that's in the shop right now. That's by Nina. Ah, there's the pork. It's a ton. There's a ton of it. Porg-tastic by Geo. Beautiful. Here's the Mando Grogu by Nina. Gorgeousness. And there's my Dr. Evil. Not quite as gorgeous. You can buy this one for the low price of $100 billion. Pretty cheap, if you ask me. This is my newest Bob Ross that I did. I know I shared it off, I think on Facebook. His face didn't go perfectly again. I just can't get it perfect. But Anakin came out pretty freaking good. I think I spent like 3 hours just on this little area right here. There was a lot of erasing that went down. Not a happy little Annie. I think we'll probably have that one up next weekend if my oldest daughter doesn't take it. Pin up some David Bowie. 6'4" baby seal. Huh. Ooh, got SW taking down a card stand. There goes that Mando Grogu. I figured it would be kind of hard for that one to sit in the shop any longer. Let me know what you want on that stand, S-Dubs. I will get it on the printer tomorrow, most likely. Newt Scamander. It was really hard to say that for some reason. Ash fight. Ooh, nice. Yeah. Fantastic Beast and Where to Find Them was a fantastic movie. Without question. All right, let me see. Let me figure out where that is. It's in one of these stacks. But I don't think it's the one I just picked up. It's not. Should be hither. There he is. Ow. Absolutely, Ronsky. Absolutely. Give me 1 second to toss this into a top loader for Mountain Meg. Nailed it. Ronsky. All right, so got the Nina Mando Grogu, Timmy Time Mando Grogu, Little Gizmo. What up, Leonards? And then the Porg. Beautimous pickups. Fantastic. How are you doing tonight? Now we got my wife now has a Marilyn Manson sketch for her PC. She's gonna love that. What up, Flartner? Yeah, Marilyn Manson. Oh, Girl Scout plug. Nice. Did y'all sell a massive amount of cookies? I don't know if I ever told you, Ash, but my wife actually, during our wedding, she walked down the aisle to Marilyn Manson's dope show. Has anybody ever tried to sell Girl Scout cookies on Whatnot? So I know they have the food and snack section. You should get your kid's entire Girl Scout troop together, run a huge Whatnot show, and I bet you'd sell a good amount of cookies. What do y'all think? Hell, Beetlejuice. I like the ones they were called Coke and what were they, Samoas back in the day, but they changed the name because it was racist. Now they're caramel delights, coconut delight. Either way, those are my favorite. Whatever they're called, they're delicious. They're good for you too. Culturist. Really? Hmm. Yeah, I think they changed them here in North Carolina. I think they changed all the names of them, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Separate facilities. Ick. I am not. I hate politics. They're the worst. Colorado, did y'all set up outside of a dispensary? I think that would be a solid move. I don't know. I mean, I feel like they don't have the munchies yet when they're just leaving the dispensary, right? So I feel like you'd have to figure out somewhere else that they congregate. What is supers? Oh, genius. Box of cookies to go with those flowers. That's just marketing right there. I don't know what King Supers is either. We had a kid on our road. He was a part of the Boy Scouts, and he would always come down. You know, they were always selling popcorn and stuff. Um, I feel like he hasn't come down in the past few years. Must have grown out of it. The popcorn was great. It was expensive though. Good God, but it was tasty. Oh yeah, and then he went to public school, didn't he? Get on out of here, Axel Rose. 8 o'clock is my youngest's bedtime. Also, I feel like usually when our kids have hit like 14, 15, we kind of just start ignoring their bedtimes, and they kind of just got to start figuring it out that if they stay up all night, they're going to be tired all day because they can't not go to school. I feel like that's kind of been the age that we started doing it, but I don't know. That's right. Natural consequences. I feel like they got to start learning, which I had the problem. I would stay up all the time when I was that age reading my book. And then I was like, I don't care if I'm tired tomorrow. I'm reading this book. There you go, K. Smith. As long as you learned, that's what we're taking away here. It was all right if I slept in class because I still aced the classes. It was okay. It was totally allowed. I always slept in class. There was something else I was going to show off, and I don't remember what it was. I don't remember. Hmm. Oh yeah, I know what it was. So I got this Jon Snow by John's Cards, and I also have a Kit Harrington autograph from the Eternals that I'm gonna try to put onto this sketch. I'm gonna put some effort into it, and I'm gonna do it. I actually told John's Cards that was my plan. It's a sticker auto. It's a lot of hums. I'm running out of room to set stuff. Yep, that is Tim Agar. He actually changed his name back to what he actually has on his PSC, which is I imagine that's why he changed it. So that is his whatnot name right there, Timmy Tim. I can prove it. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, that is that's the sticker right there of Kit Harrington. So I'm gonna try to peel this off. I don't know yet, K Smith. I haven't figured that part out. I might have to get up with Dave Knows Cards. I know he's done quite a few. So I think I'm gonna practice with some super cheap autographs that I have. He's very good at it. So I think I might message him and see what his how he does it because I want to put it up here. I don't know where I'm gonna put it though. I don't know if I'm gonna have good placement for it because it's a clear sticker. I guess I could just put it right across the bottom. It kind of looks like it's almost white a little. Yeah, so I think it's gonna go right here. I'm gonna try to get it centered. And it's gonna be the only option. Well, the sticker, I mean, like that's a full photograph right there, and I think I could put it directly over top of it and have no issues. You think so? Even I mean, if you look right here, his shirt right here is black, and I mean, you can't even see it behind the sticker because it's smoked out. Might be easier if it wasn't sitting in here. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I can only screw it up once, so I got that going for me. Yeah, and I think I already have my cheap autograph picked out. I don't know where it is right now or who it was. I found it the other day and then I set it somewhere and immediately lost it, I guess. The hell did I do with it? That is a Padme paper plate. That's actually the Padme I did um, during our masterclass show. So Lindsay Grayling did that Padme. Yeah, we did it live, and she was teaching me how to draw and color everything in. So that was Lindsay's, the master, and then that's what I did. And this was my first PSC I did with Lindsay, which then it turned into the actual masterclass shows. So I did a PSC specifically for masterclass. But that's all of the masterclass shows we've done so far, all 6 of them. That one was Lindsay, Craig Deeks, Ash M, Craig Deeks, Lindsay, Ash M. Slap is stupid. All right. I don't know what the heck I did with that autograph. I don't know. I got a whole box of cards over here. Yeah, we'll have to set another one up. Truthfully, I decided I just didn't feel like doing one this Sunday. I didn't realize I was off on Monday. So I was like, "Oh, I'm taking Sunday and I'm just going to chill out. I'm going to get everything packaged and I'm just going to sit around and do nothing." So, yeah. Next week, we'll be set back up to hopefully do some more master classes. We'll do some stuff and cool things. Double it up. Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna try to do nothing for 2 days. That's my plan, and I'm really excited about it. All right, here we go. Here's the cheap auto I'll practice on. Be good to go, guys. All right, Nick, have a good one, buddy. Oh, Mountain Meg taking down the Inquisitor's lightsaber by Ash M. Let me drag that out of one of these stacks for you. I don't know which one it's in. I don't think it's in here. I think it's in here. Got the clones. Rat catcher. I really think it's in one of those boxes right there. Oh, almost fell. The trick is to always have a lot of energy drinks on hand, and that's all of it. That's the whole trick. That's how I like to do it. If I'm not mistaken, we'll have another package from Ash here soon, right? Definitely need them fancy back cards. It won't be long, Ash. It won't be long. Hopefully I won't have any issues like that. Hopefully. Look at the wife coming up with good ideas. I'm drinking a iced vanilla berry right now, and it's delicious. There's just so much distance. Look at that beauty. Gorgeous. So very cute. That is a 5x7 slab of amazingness. Can you see that? So there's your 5x7, Tim. There's my 5x7. It's a chunker, man. And then like your standard size cards. Oh, that's not going to focus for me, is it? Biggins. I would probably put in a missing mail or a mail search now. It pretty much is a piece of drywall. Yeah, I can do the 5x7s and a little bit thinner, and then just regular like 32 point, but I don't. Yeah, immediate freak out. Everything's okay. No need to panic. Yeah, you're definitely not going to get any type of update on Monday. The only update you're going to get is sadness. Oh yeah. Let's see if I can find that the video here. I don't think I deleted it yet. I don't know how to find just videos on this camera. That's stupid. Here we go. So here's a Craig Deeks 5x7 PSC that I created for him, but it's a wooden card. Isn't that cool? Oh yeah. It was kind of a practice, so I just shipped it to him along with the rest of his PSCs. The Meowderer. I didn't bring enough fluids up here. Good thing I got leftover fluids from before in the form of a wild berry Red Bull. Delicious. My cats kept bugging the absolute heck out of me today. They were all climbing up on me in the recliner because my wife wasn't home. Here's my other Darth Maul. I got too many stacks of cards laying around, guys. I gotta do something. I usually don't have too many issues with the shipping. Usually, every once in a while, but I've got it down to somewhat of a science now. As long as I keep everything in its place. Thermal printer definitely helps a massive amount. No question about that. Shit, there's more. Bye, Geo. Have a good one, buddy. I keep looking around to find another autograph, and all I'm finding is Rittenhouse on card autos. Jima is one of my PC malls I haven't shown off yet on Instagram, at least. It's upside down. By the great Kendall Nelson. She's a beaut, Clark. I've been thinking about doing a Christmas vacation sketch because I know my wife would absolutely love it. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. I'll get there though. There's about 5,000 different things I got to get around to knocking out. I'm not doing any of it tomorrow though. We're going to sit around and do nothing. And I'm super excited about doing nothing. You have to cat sit? What do they leave for like 2 months? I'm pretty sure you can leave a cat alone for 6 months. And like that's their max that they can be alone inside of a house as long as you have enough food hanging out for them. Oh, so your dog's sitting and the cat just happens to be there. That makes more sense. That makes way more sense. Cats are very self sufficient. You just unload a bag of food, you can just toss it in the middle of your living room floor. Leave like a bathtub dripping, and they're good to go. Well, if you have a normal amount of cats and you have one of the self-cleaning ones, it would be good for about 6 months. No, no, we do not have a normal amount of cats, Ash. I have a normal amount of cats. I have one. Well, there's one cat in this house that I would consider mine. So yeah, I have a normal amount of cats. My wife, on the other hand, does not have a normal amount of cats. She's like the crazy cat lady from The Simpsons. Sometimes she talks to me like the crazy cat woman from The Simpsons. No, the cats, they stay pretty clean. There's no question about that. My wife basically has a full-time job cleaning litter boxes. No, I'm the one that tosses the cats around. That would be me. And it's mostly just one cat, but he really enjoys it. So he's not the brightest. He is a mentally challenged cat. If this picture isn't a photograph of you eating Chinese food, I'm going to block you. Well, prepare to be blocked. Oh, you sent it on whatnot. That's why I couldn't find it. How do I get messages up here? My cat does that to me all the time too. Just chills out on my shoulder. You want me to show it off on stream, K Smith? He's got himself a Lucy. Except for my cat's black, and also her name's short for Lucifer because she's the devil. Yep, makes total sense. And that's why come me and that cat are best friends. That'll be the background of all of my stream thumbnails. Okay, I don't is that a British thing? Uh, or was that a typo on your keyboard, Timmy? Typo, got it. What's Dobbings? A crude or amateurish painting. Ooh, so you're gonna do a bees sketch. I get it. Ah, you're gonna do the old bell end action on his face. I get it. We got there. We got there. Told you you got to speak American at me. You got to dumb it down. It takes me a minute. He's gonna draw a wiener on your face. See, that's how dumb you got to bring it down for us. I'd like to know what's going on with my Whatnot app on my phone. I have absolutely no video up here. I can see the chat and everything. Won't regret it or get banned. That sounds like a lie. Sounds like a flat out lie. Speaking of people getting on, let's see here. Look at that. That's Josh. Oh, he's got really bad eyesight. Look through those glasses. Mine's not that bad. He's doing a little stitch. I think he knows that he has bad eyesight. Do you see that? I think He's definitely looking harder than we are. Not at the chat though. Not at the chat at all. Little fun fact for you: before I got glasses, that's what I was doing. I would try to look harder. It didn't work. It just gave me a headache. He did a chunky Grogu. What up, Keepa? Seeing's for losers. How you doing, buddy? No, I don't think I am. I'm doing fantastic as always. You can't get much better than just being me. And I'm pretty sure that's a fact. I told you I was working on my humility a little bit more, Ash. Is it working? Humility's for nerds. So every freaking artist humbles me for the master classes. Heavily humbled. That's what we should rename the master class to. Bees gets heavily humbled. Yeah, Lindsay is very good at doing that. That's exactly why I made a whole sheet of Lindsay being molded by Lindsay Grayling. I need to cut these. Fancy. Yeah, my original plan was to make basically make a brand new PSC design for every artist, because I know our second one that we had that was interested was Craig, and I was like, oh, I can just make one for Craig also. But I didn't realize it was kind of going to become like its own show at first. And once I found out that I was going to have to do it for more than just two people, I was like, there ain't no way I'm keeping up with that. I get behind on just printing the masterclass cards and getting them cut and ready. I finally got a bunch of them done. I think I'm gonna post some of those up for sale also. I think that'd be pretty cool. I've said I was gonna do it for like 3 weeks straight, and I just haven't. But I'll get around to it. I don't know it. Yeah, yeah. I say I'm gonna do a lot of stuff, but I don't always get around to it. I need to figure out what SW wanted for their stand. I don't. Did she ever tell me? And did I just miss it? Dude, that porch was it whooped my butt. That was like 4 hours of my life I'll never get back. But the porch is freaking sturdy. I didn't hear what he said. Southern Mike. No, Mrs. B's entire year of gifts was that Maine Coon cat that I bought her. I wasn't supposed to buy her any more gifts last year, but then I forgot that we had made that deal. No, it's the same amount of steps. Same amount of steps as the old one. It's just the old one. One of the steps was basically buried under the ground. No. Well, yeah, technically I did. It was more like I just gave her my card and she went and bought the cat on my birthday. Very, very thoughtful. Very. I always wanted a Sphinx cat. And that's what I told her. I think after cat number 3, I said, we're not buying any more cats unless it's a naked cat. Yep, that is the naked ones. And you know what didn't happen? I didn't get my Sphinx. But what? What'd you put 2 T's for? Fish fry. Nice. Thank you. It wouldn't be a Sphinx cat if it had hair. We should get a Sphinx cat and a Mexican hairless dog. And then have them fight. That's all I had lined up for tonight with the 2 sketches. So I'll try and get stuff squared away and do a better show next time. Thanks for coming in and looking at Pete. Two rotisserie chickens fighting, uncooked. I got new Google opinion reward. Which of these places have you followed? I haven't gone to any of those places. When are you going to start streaming, Ash? Half past never. That's a long time from now. They're they must be racist against Canadians, huh? They got to make it too complicated. Yeah, them Canadian bacon burgers. Welcome back, Joshua. Did you enjoy your first stream? The way you had your camera set up, when you leaned in to work on your sketch, it like perfectly put your glasses right in the way so it would like blow up whatever was behind your glasses. It was awesome. I also am technologically stupid. So no worries, Josh. As you can tell from pretty much every masterclass show we've done, technology just does not get along with me. Oh, what kind of camera holder did you get? Yeah, but I don't do any type of like electronics or anything like that. It's much different. Much different. Were you about to make a Kobe Bryant joke? Was that about to happen? Ugh. still have no idea what I was planning on showing off this show. There was definitely one more thing that I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to be able to show these. And I don't remember what it was. I lost it. Totally lost it. Oh man, I wish I could get a new tattoo. I got about 25 new ones that I've been saying I was going to get for like 10 years. And I just have not been able to get around to doing that. One day, one day. Put old Johnny Depp up. Got to do this. O'Connell. You know, I still have to design the front of the honeypot boxes at some point too. Gots to get around to that. Ontario, Canada. Have you ever seen Veronica O'Connell's artwork, Ash? She's another Canadian. I'll show off her page. It did kind of come off like that, didn't it? Aren't y'all all neighbors or something? Let me pull up my stream over here so we can see what we got going on. Yeah, this is some of Veronica O'Connell's work. Hey, look, I got that one in the shop right now. You're just gonna see a couple of mine now. There you go. Yeah, she's really good. Ooh, crazy, crazy artist. Texas kind of is like its own little tiny country sometimes. I'm always super surprised that everybody in England doesn't know each other. Like I feel like everybody, because it's kind of a tiny little area, right? We got a fuse. I'm still in the beginnings of that portion, I believe. That is exactly how they don't know where Hogwarts is. I'm still waiting to see a new book series or even like TV show movie about the American version of Hogwarts. Wouldn't that be cool? I feel like Fantastic Beast and Where to Find Them kind of touched on it, or just like in an American version in the same Harry Potter universe, the Jersey Shore. Ugh. Super interested to see what they do with the HBO show. And then I also saw that they're talking about was it Amazon or HBO Max was talking about taking over and doing a Brandon Sanderson TV show. That's going to be freaking awesome. I'm going to watch that with my face pretty hardcore. Gross. I watched a Simpsons episode sometime in the past week, and they were doing Jersey Shore setup. It was okay. um, I'm pretty sure I have because I binge watched the entire Always Sunny show, but it's been quite a while back. The gym seems icky. Do we have other stands that sold? Oh yeah, it was just a lonely butthole took down. Just a couple basic stands. Okay, I should have those over here. I think. Let's see. Pretty sure I had a good amount of these printed out. Yeah. Look at me go. All I have is the two tones. Double stand action. I'm a half and half now. I sit down and I walk around. Best of both worlds. Get tired of walking, I just go and sit back down. I likes that. All right, now back to S Dubs. Where's me messages? Extra, oh no. It's the mouthy one. Jersey Shore is a area up in New Jersey, and it's a TV show they made it out of, and it's just horrible. Yeah, it's there's some culture in there. I wouldn't say it's American culture. It's sup queen. It's it's Jersey Shore culture. Best I can explain that. Where is my design program? Oh, there it is. The Shape of On. Yeah. I mean, it's a type of culture. All right. Let's see. I think this one might work. This might be the easiest one to just go off of. S dubs. What did I just do? I gotta remember where I am here. That ain't it. We're just gonna do this one. This might make my life easier. Nope. This one came out really good. I haven't done this in a while. I don't know if I can go in and just change the lettering on it. I think I have to delete it and start over completely, which kind of sucks. Yeah, that's what I gotta do. Oh, quail. What is the rest of his name? It's Matrix 73 now. 70 Trace. 1.268. I think that's gonna work. I need to go over just a tiny bit, I think. Nailed it. And we're gonna go 3 on it. Nailed it. All right, what are y'all arguing about? What did I miss? Let me do some scrolling here. Holy shit. We're just talking about how old everybody was. Y'all are aged. Y'all make me feel like a child. I made a new stand. Did y'all see it? Yeah, I did that. Nailed it. I am 34. Thank you, K. Smith. Thank you. I'm pretty sure it's 34. I think 35 this year. Are you part Native American? A pack is like one pack out of the box. Yep. Yeah, normally if you're looking at a sketch, one out of every three boxes, then you're looking at very few packs per box. Like if your Masterworks, um, it's four packs in the box, and usually one of those packs has a sketch in it. So you're looking at roughly one out of three or one out of four. What set are we thinking about here? Is it a possible smuggler set that's coming out, or are we thinking about a Masterwork set? Yeah, yeah. I'm kind of assuming the same thing, K. Smith, because they got a lot of mixed stuff in there from what I've been seeing. I think it's going to be very few packs per box. I'm interested to see what they do with that. Them saying stellar signatures, I don't think it would really surprise me if they do it like Chrome Black style, where you get like an encased card. It depends on what set. Let's see. I haven't looked at the smugglers at all. Let me pull that up and see what it says. I don't even look at the new releases anymore because I know I'll never get it. All right. Doesn't tell you shit. Yeah, it's gonna be a weird set, a mix of base cards. Yeah, gotta look at the odds. I don't know anything about Panini. Oh yeah, no, I know what you're talking about then. I've opened some blasters that were like that. Yeah. So this says one pack rate. Yeah, one out of three for an autograph. Stellar Auto is one out of two packs. Sketchograph, one out of three for sketch cards. Gold foil is one out of 39. Black foil, triptychs. Hmm. Yeah, that's oh, I went too far back. Doesn't tell you anything about how many packs are in there yet, but it's definitely going to be a very, very small box. Oh, there absolutely can, Tim. So if it really depends on how many they put in. So you have some packs that are just like 5 cards. Um, you have some packs that are, how many packs were in the Breaker's Delight boxes? Those were like 13 or 15 cards or something just in one pack, and that was one full box. Your Masterworks, they only have, what was it, six? Is Masterworks six cards per pack, or was it 8? I don't remember. I haven't opened a Masterwork in forever. 6 at the most. Yeah, and then you had less if you had like the relics and stuff in there, like when they did the radar relics. I have a radar relic laying around here somewhere. Yeah, if you're looking at like Galaxy and like a lot of the previous sets, sketches were case hits. I think the last Galaxy had 3 sketches per case. They've been up in the amount of sketches in sets recently. Yeah, it's probably either your Hyperspace or Galaxy. And yeah, those cases are 8 to 12 boxes, Hyperspace and Galaxy respectively. But you're gonna have a whole lot less in there, and every box in those usually has 8 to 18 packs. A lot more base cards. But like I said, if you watch a Masterwork case break, or even like a usually 1 or 2 box breaks, you're going to see at least one sketch come out of every one. It's just like if you look at a Chrome Black case break, those come in 12 box cases, and it's one guaranteed auto in every single box. So, like if you're watching the news sets, like if you're watching Galaxy, you only see 1 or 2 autographs come out of an entire case. Whereas if you're watching Chrome Black or even the Stellar Signatures, it's one autograph every single box. They're coming out with more sketches in all the sets. Yeah, that's I'm on the same boat as K Smith. When they say one pack, they're probably talking about one box, and it's going to be an extremely expensive box, guaranteed. It wouldn't surprise me if that set comes out and it's MSRP. What are you thinking? I would say at least $300, $300 to $500. Yeah, single chasing for sure. And then once you get it up here, or it's going to sell out immediately on tops, and then it's going to get put onto blowout, and it's probably going to get hiked up to $800 per box. So by the time it makes it here to whatnot, you're looking at $1,000 for one box. Ooh, 2 shins. Any of them. Yeah, they're all going to come out amazingly. Another really crazy thing you're going to see when that set comes out, if it's let's say it's going to be 15 cards per pack, there's going to be 300 spots for one box that people can buy into. They'll make 300 different teams for each card possible. They did the same thing with Galactic Antiquities. There's only a specific amount of cards in there, but you can pick which card you hope is going to come out and be one of those few cards. Most likely you're going to lose. I hit a Sabe auto, and the only Galactic Antiquities break that I bought into. And it was pretty cheap, too. I gambled. I gambled with like 30 bucks, and it worked out so good for me. So the possibility is definitely there. I think I ended up selling that Sabe auto for like 800 bucks. K. Smith is frantically going through his entire Shen log trying to figure out which one is going to be in black and white. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of new big name artists getting pulled out of these upcoming sets. Yeah, we're going to be seeing Timmy's. We're going to be seeing Craig Deeks. We're going to be seeing Mike Foster's here soon. Because I'm pretty sure this is going to be Mike Foster's first set he's coming out in. Night, Madre. Love you. I didn't even know you were still awake. I'll talk to you on the morrow. You finished all of it? Like the last season? Nice. Very, very nice. Night, Ma. Most definitely gonna sell well. Gonna be a well sell. What a suck up. Yeah, you got to go somewhere for lack of entertainment. You can't be entertained all the time, you know. Too much entertainment will rot your brain. Oh. He rewatches the masterclass YouTube shows. Oh, so I was doing all that work to do a matrix stand, and SW said she actually wants a collectible stand. So I was like, hell yeah, that's cool, man. I might print her a red one, brand new. Almost fell. Almost ate crap. Card stand. Fancy red one. I'll start that print tonight. Do I have that already loaded into the printer? Or am I going to have to upload it? Old and broken. I was old and broken at like 25. Immediately went into a downward spiral. I can only find one of my stands that I have printed out right now. I know I got more. I feel like I printed out like 30 of them for collectibles. I really need to clean up in here. Maybe I'm thinking about the hobby box stands. There's too much stuff. K Smith is like 46. He just likes to say he's young. He's not. Yeah, it's totally true. I didn't make that up at all. I bet you would, Tim. Tim's like 72. Don't bring me into this. Yep. I didn't say Tim looked 72. I just said he is 72. Yeah, you kind of told everybody your age like 30 minutes ago. That's already been put out there. How quickly do I respond to chats? Not fast. Oh. Yeah, I was looking for somebody that looked absolutely horrible. Got tired of looking at my purty wife. Needed somebody that made me look better. Kate Smith came in. General Sam. How you doing, buddy? TV plus bonus cards. You know what you should draw, Tim? I got one set up for that I was planning on trying to do at some point, but the behind the scene pictures of Princess Leia in the slave outfit at the beach. I bet if you did some of those, people would be all over them. I bet they'd sell pretty quickly for you. Yeah, I got one that I had taken a screenshot of, and I was like, "Oh, I'm totally gonna do this and screw it up." Yeah, that's definitely some that I've never seen anybody do any kind of artwork of. They always just do like the official images from the movie, but they never do any of those what were they magazine pictures, I think. They did it for like Time magazine or something. Taryn. I had to look up who that was. That would be pretty sweet. I never did finish that or that video game, The Fallen Order. The only reason I knew it was because I googled who that was, and it told me what game it was from. He is this guy. He's a dark Jedi. Oh boy. My old age is kicking in. I think that will be it for the night. And we will hop back on. We might do a packaging show tomorrow, just a regular old school packaging show where we're not doing a master class because I didn't set one of those up for this weekend. But we'll probably go back into having one next weekend. Um, and then we might take another break after that. I'm not sure. Just because I got to go back to the super far away job site for a couple weeks again. So it's gonna spread me pretty thin. But we'll see. We will see. Who do we got to raid? Who's for raidability? Football breaks. Icky. We'll head over to the High Horsey. Later, General Sim. Later, Timmy. More mouthy. All right, I will catch y'all whenever the next show is. Of course, we definitely have one guaranteed on Saturday nights, our normal GHG show. And we'll see if there's anything in between that. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend and next week. Laters.